The rest, of course, are in a single digit when it comes to the market. But the global output right now is at 96 million barrels on a daily basis. Let's get on board then Naveen Mathur and let's talk to him as well about the crude prices thereon. Naveen, hi. The numbers do explain themselves on how the supplies are much on the higher side and in sense of cost as well. What's your sense on the prices going ahead for the near term and slightly future?
Good morning, Manisha. The fundamental reasons what you pointed out are absolutely correct. We have a glut again. The Saudi and the Middle East problems are somehow abating. So I think the production lines from Iran, Saudi and all these countries would continue to be on the high levels. At the same time, the prices have touched around $50 levels. So we have seen some kind of traction coming in from the American shale companies too to produce again. So we are seeing around 11 million barrels a day to be out from the US. So I think overall production statistics look a little gloomy for the prices, but still on the international space, I think the market should consolidate at around $45 to $50 levels. But the tight range of the crude would be at around $40 to $50 barrels. It is not trading above. It's kind of the resistance of $50 is kind of very much strong resistance for the prices of crude oil, and therefore I think the $50 would be something critical. Indian markets for intraday, we expect the markets to come down, and therefore the sell strategy would do good for us at around September contract on the MCX at 3190 to 3200 levels, stop loss at 3260, and the targets on the downside can be seen in a range of around 3100 or so, Manisha.
Naveen, also coming on gold, because we just saw those flashes on how the government of India with the RBI is now coming out with the 5th tranche of the gold sovereign bond, and this one really has done well, but the gold prices have been quite in a limbo. What's your sense on that?
Manisha, the 4th tranche did pretty well. I think the 5th tranche would be doing a little better because the prices have somehow stabilized at around 30,000, 31,000 levels. Overall, the market seems bearish. Dollar is gaining strength, and therefore from $13.80 levels which we have seen in early months, we are seeing at around 13.21 levels on the international space. And Indian markets too, the Indian MCX price today is at around 31,000 levels. I think a bearish trend may be possible, so therefore the sell strategy for the intraday would do well. On October contract for the MCX gold at around 31,050 levels, 30,750 would be the targets on the downside, and 31,300 would be the stop loss where the recommendations would be. It's trading at around 31,015 or so.
Okay, Manisha as well as Naveen, thank you very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that's what's taking place on the commodity space. But do watch out for Bharti Airtel.